Aligning with the vision of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Ministry of Education has planned a series of seminars in selected campuses throughout the country wherein renowned experts with remarkable contributions towards country development are invited. On behalf of Pillai College of Engineering, I welcome our today's speaker, Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director IIM, Dr. K. M. Vasudevan Pillai Sir, Chairman MES, Dr. Prem Pillai Sir, CEO MES, Mr. Pranav Pillai Sir, Deputy CEO MES, Dr. Sandeep Joshi Sir, Principal PC, all heads of department, faculty and students to a talk on Towards Navabharat, a study of infrastructure, community and development organized to contribute to the vision in association with AICT and Ministry of Education. With this, I request our Chief Guest, Management Board, Joshi Sir, to please come over the stage for the lightning. Thank you, dignitaries. I request Joshi Sir to please present the welcome address.
Good evening, respected dignitaries and all my student and faculty friends. Welcome all of you at Pillai College of Engineering, Dr. K. M. Vasudevan Pillai Campus, Sector 16, New Panvel, in our very good auditorium for this Amrit Kaal Vimarsh Vikasit Bharat 2047, a seminar series organized by AICT and Ministry of Education. This is a pride privilege to me to introduce Pillai College of Engineering in front of all the dignitaries here. That Pillai College of Engineering is the first autonomous engineering college in Navi Mumbai with A+ accreditation by NAC. We are doing very well, sir. We are one among the very reputed engineering colleges in University of Mumbai and in Maharashtra also. We are already little late, so I will just shorten my speech and I will welcome Dr. Tiwari sir and all other dignitaries for this seminar. Over to you, Richa madam. Thank you so much.
With this, I would like to introduce our today's guest. Professor Manoj Tiwari sir was a professor with higher academic grade in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at IIT Kharagpur and currently on leave for 5 years. He has published more than 320 papers in the international journals of repute, and he has been rated as rank 1 among top 100 individual researchers across the world who has published research articles in International Journal of Production Research during the time period 1985 to 2010. He is also mentioned as top leading author in the domain of supply chain analytics technical by Journal of Computer and Industrial Engineering. He is also a recipient of Most Influential Research Award in the domain of Operation and Supply Chain Management. He is listed among top 20 most productive authors in the area of production and operation management as reported in the last 50 years and rated second among many research working in logistics and supply chain management in India. He is serving in the editorial board of many renowned journals. Professor Tiwari is also serving as chairman, sectional committee of Global Initiative for Academic Networks, chairman of board of UG Studies AICT, and member of board of governor at NIFT Ranchi. Professor Tiwari is fellow of Institute of Engineers, USA, fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, and fellow of National Academy of Sciences, India. With this, I request Tiwari sir to please take over the stage. Thank you.
Right. Am I audible? So let me pay my respect to Adhanay Pillai and his team and our respected principal of the college. I have been assigned a task actually to talk something about the Navabharat, which is connected with the growth and progress story, which our government is currently trying its best to achieve certain milestone, which may pave the way to become one of the, currently it is fifth largest economy in the world, and target is by 2027 we should reach the target of third largest economy in the world. So what are the advantage we are going to gain by all this thing, claiming that okay, we are going to be third largest or fifth largest economy? So idea is that this country has a lot of demographic dividend, with youth population is pretty large, and if they are properly tuned and given proper environment, then I think a story of growth will be different. So being one of the students of this premier institute, my job is to brief you in systematic manner that what are the efforts have been taken to realize this goal. So one of them is basically the 6 key schemes of the government, which has changed the situation brilliantly in favor of the growth story. One such scheme is PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. Second is smart cities. Third is the regional connectivity known as UDAN, means Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik. And then economic corridor development, logistics efficiency improvement, and for farmers, Pradhan Mantri Kishan Sampada Yojana. And then what is the statistics about the fragile 5 to top 5? Fragile 5 means situation when the economy was not in good shape. So this Gati Shakti, basically it's a platform. What happens at the platform? You are basically aware now what happens at the platform. Huh? Anyone? Platform is a place where many kind of facilities are available. Right or wrong? Train is coming, book is being sold, tea is being sold. So question is that when I say platform, basically it is in digital terms. So platform is a instrument, you can say, or a kind of device or a kind of system where many layers of the information can be arranged. So you will be happy to know that due to our recent advances in the geospatial technologies, means where satellite can be used, mapping can be used to identify the different locations and use that location to plan the growth and development of the road, rail, canal, electricity, towers, etc. So what happens, as you can see that there is an institute in Ahmedabad called Bijekyan. This Bijekyan stands for Bhaskacharya Institute of Geospatial Technologies. What they do, they collect the data from each state, each place, arrange in the layers of APIs, and these APIs can go up to 700 to 800. It means all the information pertaining to the road, forest, hill, hillocks, canal, everything you can find from there, and then you can nicely plan. Otherwise, normally to plan a road, it requires more than 1.5 years finally to just clear the highway plan. And then construction itself was a big issue. Nowadays, all this planning you can do in a short amount of time, maximum 1.5 months to 2 months. Why it has reduced so much? Because all the information now available at the fingertips at Bijekyan. So what they do? They found that many of the layers and the different departments of the government, like railway, roads, airports, ports, waterways, mass transport, logistic systems, they all are connected. And idea is to acquire this kind of 6 pillars. What are 6 pillars? They are the comprehensiveness, means plan should be in totality, it should not be by part. Then prioritization, who should be given priority, road or rail? Optimization, looking into account the cost, time and location, forest, flora and fauna, all these things you check and then accordingly take a decision. Synchronization with the rest of the resources. I tell you, there were many locations in India where there was a railway crashing, but to make an overbridge, the dispute were always being there between the railway and road department and state department. So it was hardly any solution to come out of that. I come from one of the first premier IIT in the country, IIT Kharagpur. There were 2 railway lines when we entered to the gate. And these 2 railway lines were constructed before the independence. And one has to enter into the institute after passing those 2 lines. So many times, up to 40 minutes to 45 minutes, you have to wait till the line becomes easy. So somewhere in 2012, Narayana Murthy Shah was invited as a chief guest for a function. He was struck and 45 minutes he was waiting outside the gate. Then he told this story. Then we took over the initiative and finally in 2015, an overbridge was created and that problem is now 0. But what was the main problem was that there was Department of Railway, West Bengal government and our institute. They were not ready to share a single rupee earlier, but 75 crore rupees was shared among them and then that overbridge was constructed. So idea is that had this information will be known in advance and the government agencies could have been tracked, perhaps the story could have been further sorted earlier also. So question is, what we are going to do with PM Gati Shakti? This is a scheme through which all the departments of the government, they are linked and their data is to be collected and then accordingly decisions of the infrastructure related projects, decisions of the science related project, there are telecom related projects, they are being taken and that has shortened the lead time of all the construction work and execution work. So how we are going to connect with the NEP? Because when you have such a powerful logistic system, we have powerful railway system, digitized system, then where is the workforce? Are we able to take up this kind of challenges? We are using mobile, but what are the components of mobile, how it is being used, what is the software being inside that, correct? How to do some repair and maintenance work into that. So all such sort of things, they are connected with the digital systems and accordingly the subjects need to be designed that how we can have more logistician, more supply chain expert, more engineering expert, those who are fully aware of the digitization and other kind of measures. Like say, Yesterday you have seen that due to this G20 resolution that has taken place in New Delhi, there was always a bottleneck in the Panama and Suez Canal. And my chairman, Board of Governor, is a very renowned industrialist who purchased the bungalow of our old and very famous and Swargi Rajesh Khanna ji, Asirvad. So he used to tell that 300, 200 days sometimes ships are waiting in the Suez and Panama Canal to cross that. But if the proposal which G20 has taken to link from Bombay to Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia to Jordan, and then Jordan to by road to other countries, and finally Italy and Europe. So that way the importance of Panama and Suez Canal becomes zero. So in that case, all the muscle power that are being used by the Egypt and others, that comes to nil. So such a scheme where multimodal connectivity is going to take place to improve your export, to improve your other facilities, that is one of the unique features of such kind of technology. So idea is this: we have to create the knowledge by designing subjects like food processing technology, disaster management technology, supply chain management, digitized supply chain management, how the financial inclusion there into supply chain, and then all the advanced manufacturing tools and the modern communication tools and facilities, how the AR, VR and all other technologies they are going to link with the blockchain and related things. So they can be merged, and we can create a knowledge base of 14, 15 subjects. So boys who are here, who are reading mechanical, electronic, civil, this is not going to be so helpful unless you have interdisciplinary subjects like this. So you can take them as elective, you can take a special features into these subjects, improve your skill sets, and then can fully fit to different kind of industries which are running the infrastructure. What are these infrastructure? They are connected with rail, road, trucking, air ships, freight cargos, and shipping cargos, and all other things which are involved in the transportation and logistics actually. So capacity building and the geoinformation technologies, they are being used to support your case actually. So mixture of the technology, mixture of the management, mixture of the manufacturing, this all combined is leading to many subjects and knowledge which we need to know, and which our students need to train themselves and build up necessary skill sets to go ahead with that actually. Then I just want to play this film so that you can see that how we are connecting the Gati Shakti with the growth and other planning and execution of the departments at present. Yeah.
During the Amrit Mahotsav of Independence, from water to land, and from land to the sky, from roadways to markets, and markets to businesses, from highways to airports, and railways to seas, from infrastructural planning to its execution, from education to employment, everything is getting connected by the country's first integrated connectivity scheme, PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan shall accelerate connectivity, boost investments worth billions, and strengthen the country's infrastructure. It'll lay India's foundation for the next 25 years, shaping a new future. The Ministry of Education has taken up the responsibility to give impetus to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's vision. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has brought together premier institutes including NITI, IITs, NITs, triple ITs and IIMs to train the team engaged in its effective implementation and provide them with scheme-centric skills. AICTE Training and Learning Academy, Atal, is preparing to provide learning courses for talent education, faculty training and skilling aligned to PM Gati Shakti. NEETI has been playing a significant role as the nodal hub for capacity building in PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. The courses developed and designed by NEETI will cover each and every aspect related to agri-food supply chain management to strategic management in rail and road transportation. More than 75,000 students and officers will be given 30 hours of training in these courses under NEETI's leadership. This training shall be an unparalleled blend of high-level teaching, training, skill development and capacity building. Through this scheme, the government has given priority to topics like climate change, decarbonization of logistics and sustainable supply chains. Moving ahead in this direction, the Ministry of Education organized an online workshop on 28 June 2022 in collaboration with NEETI and BISAG-N. In this workshop, the officials were briefed on topics like promotion of satellite communication, geoinformatics and geospatial technology and multimodal logistics for urban planning. Initiatives to promote the application of geospatial technology and geoinformatics developed by BISAG-N Ahmedabad have been made in the logistics and transport sector. Their cooperation is expected in this regard. This campaign by the Ministry of Education under the National Education Policy shall enable professionals and entrepreneurs. We are prepared to reduce the transportation cost from 14% to 9% and achieve the goals set by the Government of India. These special learning courses by the Ministry of Education shall not only enhance the talent connected to PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, but also equip them with the latest technology, polish their skills, and double PM Gati Shakti's developmental speed.
PM गति शक्ति मास्टर प्लान सरकारी प्रोसेस और उससे जुड़े अलग अलग स्टेक होल्डर्स को तो एक साथ लाता ही है। ये ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के अलग अलग बोर्ड्स को आपस में जोड़ने में भी मदद करता है। ये होलिस्टिक गवर्नेंस का विस्तार है।
So as you can see that because of this scheme, the fast pace in which the passenger and cargo handled and the road length increase and the kind of other infrastructure are being created, they are phenomenal. And how much money has been saved if you can bring down the logistic cost from 14% to 9%. This amount comes out to be somewhere in the tune of 3.5 lakh crore rupees. And you can imagine that how many developmental work can be taken if the cost can be reduced and how much benefit one can get by such a kind of cost reduction. Then you can see this, there are different statistics which has been prepared to prove that how much fast things are moving. If you see the railway freight, if you see the percentage of the railway electrification, population per km track of the countries having largest network, India stands tall compared to many other countries actually. If you see the volume of freight operations increased by 892 million metric ton in 2010 to 1231 million metric ton in 21. The investment in the railway sector has been gone up phenomenal highs. You can see that how much it is there, you can guess from these numbers. Rail route length has increased. Similarly, the number of passengers per kilometer travelling, that has also gone up like anything. That shows the story of growth and development by having such kind of schemes in mind. Then the ship and freight land, because of that our export has gone up. So you can see that in 2019-20 and whatever the earlier, so average number of the ports and 12 major ports have been added into the Indian kitty, 53.8% of the maritime cargo, means all the container handling, container tracking, container movement. This has been taken care very nicely by different kind of IT schemes which has been launched by the government. And then pre-berthing detention time, because when the ship comes at the port, there is time that when there is no penalty. But if the ship is not being unloaded properly, then you have to do the penalty. So because of the proper scheduling of the ships at the port, this has been reduced considerably, and in that time we have minimized our penalty and also saved our revenues. So like this, many of the efforts have been taken by the systems by adopting the proper technology to improve the efficiency of the system. Then there is a word called logistics efficiency. What is this? Say China claims that within 24 hours they can send an item from China to any other part of the world. Whereas in our system it's still 3 days required to take the cargo from the port to warehouse. So why it is so? That shows that our logistics efficiency is not poor. So in order to reduce that, different components of customs, infrastructure, international shipments, logistics quality, competence, tracking, tracing, timeliness, all these things need to be reduced. And the effort has been made by adopting the technology, and that led to what? India was earlier 46th rank, but now in the logistic performance index, it has come to the 38. So that shows that where we are moving in the right direction, we are moving in order to achieve the figures. And if you see the progress of the airports, it's really unparalleled. Number of airports before the 2009 and now, you can see that this has gone to almost 2 times more. Number of passengers traveling through this has been also high, as well as the post-pandemic domestic aircraft in India now carry double the cargo, average of the 1.2 tons compared to earlier just 0.6 tons. So these are the different economic enhancement initiatives which has been taken by the government to realize this. And one among them is the trends and analysis you can see that shows that how the rail, road, transport, as well as the freight carried by the railways, as well as the different kind of airports, how they have doubled their capacity, and what are the major ports in India increase their capacity. So from here, year by year, you can see the growth story. That shows that the number of cargoes shipped in order to bring more and more foreign exchange and also to reduce the burden on the imports, that can clearly be realized by our different schemes which we followed to see, write the growth stories actually. Why I am telling you? Because these are the official data that you can also see. My job was only to compile and analyze and present before you that how you can authenticate all these things and then trust on the data, because that has been seen by not us, by everybody in the country. Then the issues of the smart city, idea was that we have to go for the sustainable goals, which are the one of the world order, and in that cleanliness and how the other aspects of the city with respect to IT applications that need to be seen. Then smart mobility sector, smart energy sector, economic infrastructure, social infrastructure, and all other measures which are there in different ways that need to be improved. And these are the shows that what are the number of cities which were earlier in a very bad shape. Now there is improvements taking place. I am telling you, now the number of burdens that Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore, Madras were facing, day by day it is reducing, because other cities are also growing actually. So why they are growing? Because they have the facilities which were earlier only limited to these cities only. So that way the lot of entire population balance, job balance, other things are taking shape actually. So regional connectivity scheme, that is the which has created a flutter into the economic system, particularly the flying and aviation industry. They have reduced the fare for certain sectors and resulted in massive inflow of the traffic. I was surprised to see that there is airport Jorhat, Jharsuguda and Darbhanga, where other than the Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore and Delhi, and the highest amount of traffic has been recorded from these places. How it has happened? Because of the Udan scheme, which has been implemented in these places. So we never heard that there is a airport in Darbhanga also or in Jharsuguda also. But now you can see that they are fighting hard to become one of the best traffic centers in the country. So you can see that what are the capital expenditure by the Udan scheme, then quantity transported under the Krishi Udyan, so that farmers' income can also grow, and then the year of the operationalization of the different schemes, like how in northeast, how in the northern, western, central, and total airline sectors, it has been implemented actually. And this shows the connectivity curve, that where it is more concentrated. As you can see, northern region is seen, and also the western and central region seen the maximum concentration of the Udan schemes. And that shows the growth stories of the Udan. Then economic corridors, this is the real development that you can see. Connectivity between the Delhi to Bombay through Mudra Airport now, and how the multimodal connectivity is taking place between the rail, road, shipping and air. They are having a very profound impact on our economy. Just some person was telling me, he was working in Bombay since last 20 years, and around 10 years ago he used to take around 15 hours to reach to Hubli, but now only 8 hours he is taking to reach to Hubli. So these are some of the practical achievements that is possible because of the different kind of economic corridors has been created for the movement of goods and traffic and passengers. And here you can see the 50 national feature routes, and around 550 districts have been connected. There are 116 feeder routes, and almost 10.63 lakh crore rupees has been invested by the government to create the road networks. And that also shows that the northeast, which was totally untouched from development, now the massive development of the road network has created there also. And there are many big achievements with respect to the corridors like Bengaluru, Mumbai and Delhi, Mumbai corridors. They themselves has the potential to create more than 6.5 crore jobs actually, because of many kind of things. I just want to cite one example. In 2004, when there was a road was constructed between the Calcutta and Jamshedpur highways, there were a lot of objections came from some political party. But when the complete big highway come up, all those people who were opposing, now they have their shops, they have their installations into that particular road, and altogether more than 4.5 lakh people have employed directly or indirectly into a span of 160 kilometer only. So these are the features that how the growth and development can come out by virtue of the infrastructure improvements actually. And then this is one of the very interesting victory of the India, when the G20 has taken a resolution 3 days back that they are going to have a India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. This will entirely change the traffic and transportation network of the world actually. And the moment it comes out, you can see India map here from Bombay itself, near JNPT, they have to move and go to the East Corridor connecting Arabian Gulf, and then they come to the Northern Corridor connecting Europe, and that way the entire trade will take place. And the dependency on 2 canals now that will go out actually. So these are some of the features which are going to happen in days to come. And also along with this, what will happen? There will be rail link, electricity cable, hydrogen pipeline and high speed data cable. You may be happy to know that hydrogen is being touted as one of the very good substitute fuel for the running the big systems like shipping, like our road traffic, like all other things. So a very clean form of energy. The moment the growth and development is taking place in converting hydrogen as a fuel, the moment you realize, you may find that everything will come down to very, very cheaper level actually. Then this is one of the scheme for the farmers that government has implemented. You can see they have allocated more than 6,000 crore rupees, and particularly the idea is that how the growth stories, particularly the value in the US $billion has gone into the different schemes of the farmers, like agro processing infrastructure, quality assurance, Operation Green, integrated cold chain, mega food parks and food processing expansion. So now they are not a joke only, they are the reality. And many thousand persons are employed to run those things actually. So, and this scheme you can see there are 23 mega food parks, 427 food processing initiated, 183 completed, 79 projects approved under the infrastructure for agro clusters, and then Operation Greens part of the scheme has the top crops in the Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Then food safety and quality assurance has initiated 149 projects, and these are some of the achievements of this scheme actually. And in the economy, you can clearly see the difference that how we have been changed in 2014, 2013, 23 by different form of the growth. And some of the figure you can check. Say, why there were such a poor soul there and why it is good one? Because we have gone the attribute like earlier high inflation rates, high depreciation of the currency, high current account on the fiscal deficit and high foreign debt. These were the reasons that why we are slow earlier. And what is current advantage? They are there. We are having, you can see, the difference you can see. In the current one, if you see the growth rate, particularly GDP, it is currently at present 7.4. And here, after COVID years, it was also slightly less, but it is improving. And average inflation rate has come down like anything. So these are all some of the achievements of these schemes actually. And then there are the 7 pulse, means when I say 7 pulse, these are the reforms. And implementing reform is a big task. Simply I tell you, there is an institute here, NETI. Now it is called IIM Mumbai. This was established in 1963 along with IIT Bombay. This institute was not able to grant a degree till 16th August 2023. What it was giving? PG diploma. Always it was equivalent to the IIMs and other places with respect to the industry reputation. But many times students were facing problem that how to get mitigated by, they said that I have also MBA degree or PhD degree like this. Now because of the liberalization and proper policy formulation, that 50-year-old issue has been solved, and in the Bombay city now you have both IIT and IIM. So IIM Mumbai has also come up actually. So all these things is product of reforms which the government has taken with respect to the woes and problems which people are facing actually. So accordingly, the reforms you can see that banking reforms, what is happening in banking reforms? Are you not realizing digital payments? I was solving a problem of currency. In 2014, I was given a project by Reserve Bank to find out the flow of notes. 100 rupees note, 50 rupees note, 500 notes, at that time 1000 notes. So we studied that how note is flowing from Nasik factory to the chest and currency banks at different locations. We noticed that 87% of the money which was flowing in the market, that was the 1500 notes. This we did before demonetization. And we were given a job that please predict up to chest level. Chest means it is a place in a district where the amount coming from the Reserve Bank is kept there. And from the chest, it will be given to the different branches and ATMs. So we found the 87% of the currency flow was of 1500 notes. And later on you notice that only those notes were banned actually. Correct? So idea was that a lot of note was being printed, but now because of digital currency, this has changed a different figure. And you can see there is a very interesting reforms taken place in the insolvency code. Because of that, many people, they were taking loan and defaulters, they were not bothering to pay. now it is very hell for them actually. It's very difficult to take away the money and run away and then enjoy the position. So these are the product of these reforms. Manufacturing has taken a sea change. I think you can see India is at present the third largest automobile manufacturer and second largest mobile phone manufacturer. So these have been achieved because of the several reforms that has taken place. And then, many welfare schemes are there, digitization and all other things. So keeping in the mind like banking reforms, as you can see that what are the reforms has taken place, particularly the NPA has reduced. Non-performing assets have been reduced. And then because of the insolvency and bankruptcy code, the resolution and recovery started from the fraudsters and now bad day for them actually. Recapitalization, that is fresh capital infused to run the businesses. And many of the coordinated growth, reduction in the NPAs, these are some of the outcomes actually. And other reforms led to that gross NPA ratio decline. The profit of the PSBs, public sector banks, almost tripled in 9 years. Market cap of the public sector banks has gone up to 4.52 lakh crore. Yesterday you have seen the Nifty had touched 20,000 figure. It has never happened in the history actually. So these are the signs of boom economy in the country actually. Then other achievements are there. As you can see, ease of doing business. I tell you, many of my students who are in the abroad, they were not investing money in India earlier because they feel that साहब 50 जगह जाना पड़ता है. But now because of the single window digitization concepts, there are very few places they have to go and start doing the jobs. Similarly, other advantage of doing ease of doing business is sending goods and services. You can just order something in half an hour. You can. What are all these things? They are not a reform. These are not the ease of doing business. And more than 6 crore people have been employed in the different MSME sector because of the many kind of small loans are given to the people. And you can go in my village earlier there was having few persons having motorcycle, only 1 or 2, but now not a single house is there where more than no Hero Honda is there. Correct? You can check it. So India is the second largest mobile phone producers, third largest automobile market, and 500% increase in the export, particularly of the toys. बताइए, खिलौने भी चीन से आते थे. Now at least we are in a position to reduce some burden on that count actually. So these are the things I wanted to discuss with you. So there are many other schemes, but my point is that scientifically you can see that why other countries are respecting India now. It's only because you people have changed the story. You have started throwing negativity into third way. You started adopting positive frameworks, have started showing faith in technology. The result is such a kind of growth, name and belief of the world that you are a very peaceful, very development oriented nation, and accordingly respect of the Indians in abroad has gone up like anything. With this note, sir, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Any question answer is there, I am open to you. Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and knowledge. I would request Vasu sir, Priyam sir and Pranav sir to please come over the stage and felicitate our speaker, Professor Manoj Tiwari sir. Thank you, sir. With this, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and appreciation as we come to the close of this event. First and foremost, I would like to thank AICT, Ministry of Education and AICT Chairman, Professor T. Sitaram, for shortlisting our institute and giving us an opportunity to host this event. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our today's speaker, Professor Manoj Tiwari sir, for accepting our invitation on a short notice and joining us today to make this event a resounding success. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to Management Mahatma Education Society, who graced the occasion with their presence and had always supported us in organizing such events. Thanks to Principal Sir Sandeep Joshi sir for his efforts to make this event see the light of the day. Special thanks to Dr. Pragnesh for his unconditional support. Thanks to all heads for their cooperation in organizing this event and supporting in every possible way. A special word of thanks to all participants for joining us, waiting for the event, right? Thank you all for the patience. With this, we conclude today's event. Thank you all.